Eyesight is there, the high drive, deep center, go, 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 we're out of here, say ya, playa.
Just like they drew it up in Hollywood, Caladros, the 3-2, swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons! And this is it for good! The Audubon Green Wave are back in the Final Four! A dog pile on their side!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DW Broadcasting's coverage of men's varsity.
From our entire crew, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bellmawr Ice Hockey Rinks. Camera's a little bit loose this afternoon. Still getting used to everything down here. It's definitely chilly, I'll tell you that. It's a balmy 26 degrees today here in Bellmawr as we have 3 all-star hockey games for you. We've got the Penguin Division at 12. We've got the Cadets at 1:15, and then we've got the the Beavers at 1:15, and then the Cadets over at 2:30. Got to figure out what's going on with our camera here because it keeps gliding up a little bit, but we'll keep this short. We've got rosters here. Red team is headed by Mark Brown, and then Warren Brown is leading the black team. The red team with Mark Brown, most of the players from the Red Wings, Stars, and Blackhawks. And then for the black team led by Warren Brown, you've got most of the players from also the Red Wings, Blackhawks, some Flyers, and some Stars in there as well. So a good mix of everybody down here. The goalies for the red team, Kellen Kiernan of the Knights and Carter Hancock of the Stars, and then only one rostered goalie for the black team, Warren Brown. So should be a good one here this afternoon. As we said, it's pretty chilly out there, but we're willing to brave the cold for some good ball hockey. I'm here with Vincent Vogt, who, of course, played hockey for 4 years at Cherry Hill East, on the ice, of course, and there's some ice on the ground here this afternoon, but not on the rink. We'll be back in just a couple of moments as the Penguin Division is going to get ready to go here as we've got just about 5 minutes until the puck drop. As we get ready for the Penguin Division All-Star Game here in the 2025 Bellmawr All-Star festivities, we're going to introduce the first of the best here from this three-division, six-team game, this series of games, if you will. My words are still getting a little jumbled because it's quite cold out here.
Yeah, it's around 35. Or no, not even 35.
No,
it's
generous.
30s.
35,
It may get there for lucky.
35 is generous.
Yeah.
Let's introduce the red team coached by Mark Brown. First up, this is just in numerical order, might not be actually in order of who is on the actual screen there. You've got Keegan Schillig. Oh, never mind, they're doing the anthem first. They're doing the anthem first. You know, the car horn was almost in sync with the anthem. I think it was an instrumental accompaniment.
Yeah, it's all this. We're getting creative. That's all.
Sometimes we have to do that to stay fun around here. However, while these guys get ready, we were going to have everybody lined up to introduce them, but Keegan Schillig of the Stars, Ronan Hayes, and Gemma Davis of the Red Wings, Cole Cariso of the Knights, Hunter Rickard of the Flyers, Mario DiFrancesco of the Stars, Dom Okuzo as well, number 11, as we're going to get ready to go here in Penguin All-Star festivities. Dylan Mulgrave and Carson Bakey of the Blackhawks, Jansen Arig of the Flyers, Colton Brown of the Stars, Ethan Grennan of the Knights, Braden Turker of the Stars, and Jerry Mastero of the Stars, and then the goalies, Kellen Kiernan of the Knights and Carter Hancock of the Stars. Team red on the left side of your screen, Team black on the right side. We're ready to go, the first of three here this afternoon from a brisk Bellmawr hockey rink. Whistles fly, and we are off and to the races here in Bellmawr. Some early touches from number 11, Jordan Danger of the black team. They have adjusted the clock to 12 minutes. We were originally going to run 3 10-minute periods, but they've extended it to 12. Going back behind the goalie, Kiernan.
What? What the hell's that?
This one goes back to red. However, quick turnover here. As hanging onto it is Luca Ciolo. Now moving across the ice with Richard. Goes back behind the net and behind Warren Brown. Warren Brown Jr., that is. Oh.
Get in here!
Sorry, folks, just trying to adjust the camera to the best of our abilities here. Could be a little bit hard to see when they are right up near us at the fence. And that one goes right into the hand of Warren Brown. So clock stopped with 10:35.
Yeah, so far we're seeing, I mean, right now from red, they did a good job crashing the net right there. Almost had an opportunity of a goal, but they just couldn't quite get it in there. again, crashing the net is going to be key in this game. And so far, Red had that down. We'll see if they continue to do that on this faceoff right here.
Well, and the conditions can definitely play a role as well, considering that the regular ball hockey season is around September, October, November, as that one goes off the shin of Brown. It's going to be important to see these guys as they work through this. There's a little bit of rock salt on the ice, or I keep saying the ice, on the playing surface because of the snow that came in overnight. I mean, there's banks of snow up on the hills here in Bellmawr. And a couple of shots there, that time from Ronan Hayes. He stays back at the blue line. Brown pressured. And this one goes back beyond mid-range with Ronan Hayes. Looking to save the possession. It goes back to Jerry Mastaro, and that one hits the penalty box.
So they may actually be using, they should be using a softer ball, especially in this weather. A lot of people don't know it, but there are different hockey balls for different types of weather. Usually in the summertime, you usually want to use a harder one. The pink balls are usually the softer type ones. I can't definitely see what they're using right now, but we'll have to, hopefully something for the type of weather that we're having right now, the cold weather.
Yeah, like I said, I think right now we're at 25, 26, something like that. I mean, I'm glad we're not in Minnesota or anything like that right now.
Yeah, it is a pink ball.
Black with the possession. Shot by Wyatt Anderson didn't go. Now crossing midway for Jordan Denninger and off the glove of Brown. Falling down. Now another opportunity. As the red team crashing the net again, it's Anderson. No good there. And this one's going to go back to Parisi. Gemma Davis crashes into the boards on her own volition. Now right on the blue line, Nova Russo Chapman looking to get a shot, passes it to Davina Parisi here in the first few minutes of the first period. Goes back to Caleb Collins. Another couple pressures. And the black team is going to get a good possession here as they reset with Collins. Goes over the head of Bakey. She's got a chance here, passes it across the way. Just had to turn down our wireless mics for a second there. We are trying some new technology here this afternoon. Do have some wireless mics. We have one behind the net where Kellen Kiernan is standing right now, and then we've got one right across the way from the benches. I should say right next to the home bench for the black team. So trying out some new technology always here on DWB. And whistles fly here with 7:29. They're going to keep it rolling, though. Moving quickly is Russo Chapman. Got a chance here, leaving the net open on the left side, and unable to get anything going there. Now it's Matthew Ackley who turns it over back to Red, but a little back and forth possession here. As the pass back to Colton Brown, a shot from way outside for Matthew Ackley, and Kiernan falls on it. Great save there by Kellen Kiernan. I mean, I wasn't even expecting Ackley to shoot from that far out, but he was able to get a good ball on it, but Kiernan, with that extra reaction time that he had, was able to fall on it and make a save.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think both teams are trying to figure out who they are, and they're both trying to get set up in the offensive zone. We haven't seen too much of that yet. But I think it's something that will come as the game, continues to move on.
And maybe that adjustment will come quicker for the older divisions. But these guys in the Penguin division, they're younger. They're playing with all their friends right now. It's almost like a pickup game. Just trying to figure out. It's almost like in kickball when you get confused about who your teammates are because you've always been teammates with the same people, but then you got to switch sides. And now that philosophy changes a little bit. This one's going to crash the boards on the right side with Ackley. Ackley going behind Brown. Taking his time, pressured by Grennan. Ethan Grennan of the Knights. Brown blocks it with the stick. Sliding in is Mulgrave. This one goes back out to number 44, Braden Turker of the Stars. As Red will have another possession. Deflected by Mulgrave and pressured by Lucacciolo. Back and forth again with Turker and Beswick. Crossing over now with Grennan. And Red with their first really substantial shot of the period and falling on his Warren Brown. Whistle stopped the clock with 5. Well, actually, they still have the clock rolling. So I guess they might just... They may just be letting this game kind of play itself out, especially because it's an all-star game. It's kind of like the NHL all-star game. You don't have to play by the same rules. And so we're going to have shift changes all over the ice here. And we'll have a face-off. Standing in there, number 11, or number 51, Jerry Mastaro. Mastaro is able to win the face-off. Moving back over across towards the benches. Comes an opportunity to pressure Kiernan, but great defense by Ronan Hayes to stop that basically right in front of the circle. Real opportunity to create some powerful defense here in the first period as we enter the final 5 minutes of the first. There goes another one. Somehow keeps that one in play. Warren Brown deflects it off of his right ankle. Is able to keep the ball in play. Another good chance there. Deflects out to the right side. Deflects out towards the boards. There you go. Got a big hit there, losing his stick. But picking that one back up, Matt Ackley, who took another deep shot earlier in the period. This one goes back to the red team with Richard on the way. Passes it. Mastaro almost had it. Mastaro slides in, and you could see some of this surface can be a little bit slippery.
Yeah.
Even for a ball hockey kind of surface. It's interesting, like we said, we must have gotten, I think, an inch maybe of snow overnight, but that's enough to really change the dynamics a little bit as the clock stops. So sometimes the clock stops, sometimes it doesn't, but the clock stops with 3:28 as we'll have a face-off coming up. Face-off goes to Black. Number 99, Frank Slaughter, moving this one away.
Okay,
yeah. It's been a little bit inconsistent so far on the clock, but who are we to judge, right? Moving this one off the boards. And sliding in there is Chiolo, but the possession goes back and forth between Chorizo and Mastaro. Moving this back behind Brown. Brown keeping a watchful eye there. That's what he's got to do here late in the first period, because right now, with no score on the board, these guys are just trying to find any situation where they can crash the net, and they might have an opportunity here to get something. Not going to get it there. This is going to go back the other way with an even possession. Moving back forward on a breakaway. Kiernan dives on it, and he stops it. And it will stop that time with 2:36 in the first period.
Yeah, black team right now trying to get some good rushes happening, as a lot of it has been, believe it or not, in their zone. Yes, the ball's been kind of moving throughout the neutral zone a little bit. It's been kind of tough for these guys to keep it in one specific zone, as the ball's been slipping all over. And I've been noticing.
And so have the players.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I noticed they've been sliding. They've been kind of slicing their shots as well, which is, I mean, on this surface right now, things are kind of, it's tough. It's tough. It really is.
It's kind of like playing football on grass your whole life, and now you have to play on a turf field. A great pass there from Red, off the mark. Colton Brown almost picked up a goal assisted by Achuzo, but no good there as we enter the final 2 minutes, almost the final 2 minutes of the first period. Moving this one back the other way. Davina Parisi up against the board, guarded by Gemma Davis. Now Red bringing this back the other way. A good move there with a deflection. Another shot. Brown deflects. Hits off the bottom of the board after a couple of hops. Still stays in the possession of Colton Brown for the Stars. A slow roller misses by maybe a foot, if that, from Brown. A minute 30 left now. That one dances right in front of us along the chain link fence. Now it's going back to Brown. And the Penguins division trying to pick up the pace after what is looking like could be a scoreless first period. Moving that one back over the other way. Deflected in motion. Curcio, again off the feet of Brown. Again, keeping up the pressure. 45 seconds left. Some great back and forth possessions here and some long-ranging passes from outside. All alone. Let's see where Brown goes with it. And Brown saves it. Close call there, 22.4 in the first. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center. Keep your pet happy and healthy today with the most organic food products available in South Jersey, along with toys, cages, accessories, and much, much more. Visit today 7 days a week at 226 Whitehorse Pike, South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon. Probably entering our last face-off of the first frame. Red wins it, have a chance to shoot it from the blue line, misses left of Brown. Eight seconds left. Now crossing over the red line again. A nice crossover, unable to finish, and they're not going to get a shot off before the end of the period. So after one, 2 goose eggs on the board here in the Penguin division. Couple of shots on goal and some nice saves so far by Warren Brown and Kellen Kiernan. And I'm not sure how long that break is going to be after the first period. So we will take a break as these guys talk it over. We'll be back in just a moment. Starting the second period here from Bellmawr, no score between Team Red and Team Black in the Penguin Division All-Star Game. Our good friend and referee is responsible for setting up this event. Check into both goalies. And we're off. Yeah, like we said in the preparation for this game,
Otherwise, you ain't gonna make
there was
no,
discussing of potential 10-minute periods. That was how it was brought to us. And then, obviously, when we started, they put 12 minutes on the board. So, obviously, a change of heart happened. I mean, you know, look, you've got an hour 15 between these two games. Some of the teams from the cadets are going to be coming up here very shortly. Oh, a nice knockdown there by Curcio. And maybe an opportunity to finish it off as he goes behind the net. Brown, and now guarded by Slaughter. Takes a shot off the post, second chance, third chance. We've got a scramble in the net, and that's going to count for a red goal. Look at that slide.
It's definitely got the Sully down on that one, 100%.
Dylan Mulgrave, how about that? So Dylan Mulgrave, as we suspected, is the one who comes out of that dog pile victorious, and it's 1-0 in favor of Red.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Red did a great job. They clogged the slot. They crashed the net. They did. I mean, again, it was a behind-the-net setup. And, again, look at that Black's defense. Could they defend the slot better? Yes, they 100% they could have, but definitely a great job of just 100%. Here they come again.
Yeah, they're going to have another opportunity to pressure Brown after what appeared to be an unassisted goal for number 12, Dylan Mulgrave, representing the Blackhawks. We've got a Red player losing a stick. And going through with Ethan Grennan. As right now for Warren Brown, you know, you're down by 1 here in the second period, but what you got to work on, you know, what you got to focus on is just making sure that you don't leave anything open, because you know that was a great behind the net setup there by Red, and they just took advantage of it. And you know the philosophy: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, guess what? They might try it again. Crashing that one off the boards with Matthew Ackley, who's taken a couple deep shots to no avail here in the first and second periods. Now it's a Red possession. Going back and forth with Luca Massimilla. Good opportunity there for Black to tie the game. No good. This one goes back, possession trading back and forth between Caleb Collins. I'm sorry, Micah Bermilo and number 12, Dylan Mulgrave again. And this one is saved by Kellen Kiernan. One nothing Red here with 9:45 in the second period. This one's going back the other way. 1-on-1. Now Black deflects it. It goes back to Rickard. Off the net. A great rebound save by Warren Brown to keep his head on a swivel.
Again, here we go again. Red pushing the ball forward, and again, looking like they wanted to crash the net again. Couldn't quite get their hands on that opportunity once again, but we'll see what happens on this face-off. Obviously, step one is to win the face-off, and they're going to probably most likely look at setting up in the offensive zone, looking to hopefully get around the net again, maybe do another back play.
High shot deflects off of the arm of Jordan Denninger. Moving to the right of Kiernan. Another player down for Red, a little slow to get up. He seems to be okay. Now Red's going to bring this one back the other way. Some good moves by Rickard to keep the ball in his possession, even after a quick bobble, and misses to the right. Second chance for Rickard doesn't go. Gonna have a third chance, falling on top of it, and that one holds. Warren Brown able to stay on top of it.
You know, here we go again, right? I mean, Red doing a great job of just pursuing the ball and sticking with it. As right now, Black's defense, they are taking advantage. The ball is bouncing around. I know it is. I mean, a lot of guys are sliding around. A lot of guys are falling. But right now, Red's taking advantage of some of these mistakes made by Black on D.
Here comes a good shot from Black. No good, off the chest from Frank Slaughter. Right in front of us there. Here comes another opportunity for Black, as they want to tie this game here in the second period. Moving back and forth. Some sticks flying between the boards right in front of us. Vince, we got a front row seat to this right now. Possession by Mastero. He's got some room all alone. Now Red's going to try to bring this one back the other way with Curacao. Now all alone again. Rickard scores! Hunter Richard is able to get another slide. And he goes about 50 feet down the way of the ice as a frictionless plane extends the lead. And it is now 2-0 Red.
I mean, again, looking at this, doing a great job.
Sometimes it comes down to who is going to be first in kind of breaking that separation and playing this like a normal game. And guess what? I think Red is the first one to have that separation. This one's a good opportunity here as it is a whiff. Okuzo almost got a great pass from Colton Brown. Still another chance for Black as it goes from number 19. Oh, I'm sorry, no, that's number 29, Finley Truax. It's Brown crashing off the penalty box. Moving along the way. Here comes a shot. Wow, that shot, Warren Brown. Third chance and another goal for Red, as after a scoreless first period, they have piled it on in period number 2 with a 3-0 score.
Red taking advantage of some of the breakdowns that we have seen. And I think right now, to look at Black, I think the biggest problem that I do see with them is not sticking with their man. They are leaving a lot of guys wide open. We just saw one with the one-timer down there that was, I mean, luckily for Black, he missed it, but they ended up capitalizing anyway just only a few seconds later. So, hey, Red is taking it to him right now. They are setting up at a very good rate and basically not even giving them any chance. They're crashing the goal at an insane rate right now. They're doing an incredible job of it, and they look like they have great chemistry, even though, like we said, they are all different teams. So definitely a lot of kudos to Red right now at this time.
Well, it seems for Black they're going to make a goalie change. Instead of Kellen Kiernan, they're going to put in Carter Hancock representing the Stars. Great shot with the left forehand. So Black trying to hang on to the possession as they reach the center circle. And again, some more shift changes for Red, as Jansen Ahrig had the possession there. Now it's still back to Okuzo, but Black takes it away. Brings it back behind Hancock. Shot deflects, gets through everybody, back to the blue line for Black. Another chance to put him on the board. A slow shot, and it goes. So Black gets on the board, and it's now 3-1 with 5:45 left in the second.
We're looking now, hopefully, is this a turnaround for Black? Are they starting to do and take what Red has been doing to them and do it to pretty much playing Red at their own game in terms of them setting up? They crashed the net well, and look what happened. The goalie got called out of the crease, and they had a wide open net to just put that one right in there.
Well, with a 3-goal lead, Red decided to, put in some of their reserves here in the second quarter. Or not really reserves, but they put in their second goalie, Carter Hancock, giving Kiernan a break here midway in the second period. And with that 3-goal lead, now it's starting to cut a little bit as it's 3-1 here in the second. Trying to figure out who that last goal was scored by. There was such a mess in the net as they were getting through to Hancock. And of course, with the chain link fence here, it is a little bit harder to see when they're further away. I mean, I have 20/20 vision, but when you got 5 players dogpiled on top of each other, it can make it a little bit difficult. Black gets a little bit disadvantaged there. Red trying to deflect this one off the boards with Hayes. Now Red with a chance for another breakaway possession with Grennan. This one looks like an open look for Brown. He'll let this one go to his left with 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second period. Got a lot of wide possessions here for Gemma Davis. Has a chance to set this one up and bring it from coast to coast. Hayes takes a fall. It's Ackley. And this one goes past Hancock again. Tried to set up a shot, missed wide left. Got right through everybody there, shot through the middle of the triangle. Possession by number 21, Luca Ciolo. That deflected off of Brown, thought that went in for a second, but no goal there. Now going back the other way. Taking his time going back is Ackley. Really taking his time there. That's an excellent shot wrapping around. And they will call icing. We were talking in the pregame about whether they were going to call icings or not.
Yeah.
And they did.
Well, I'll give it to them. They've been calling, for the All-Star game, they have been calling offsides. They have been calling, again, our first icing call, too, which is something that I wasn't expecting to see. But, hey, right now, I get it because it was, it was one of those clears where all it took was just a shot. But right now, Black is still trying to find their way. They're still trying to find their groove. And, yes, it is only the second period. There's plenty of hockey left to be played, and there's definitely a lot of time for them to do their job and come up here, tie this game up with 2 goals.
Let's see what they've got here as well. Have a face-off with Jerry Mastero again for Red. A quick substitution for Black. And they'll drop. Black wins the face-off. As Matt Ackley, this one now drives the other way. A little reverse by Hayes. With 2 minutes, 20 seconds now in the second period. Oh boy. I believe Brown, Brown came up with that one there. Again, a little bit hard to tell.
I mean, in the age range like this, a lot of the goals are scored in the crease area. When I played Penguin, where did all my goals come from? The crease area. I had one that was a shot from around the top of the circle, but besides that, in this age range, that's most of what you're going to see is crashing the net. They're doing a good job at it at that.
The fundamentals. Going back behind the net for Hancock. Minute 30 left in the second period. This one goes back to number 17, Jackson Beswick, representing the Flyers. And Red is able to clear it straight in front of Hancock. Good pass there by Collins. Another great slide. As popping this one up is Carrizo. 35 seconds left in the second period. The sun is actually starting to come out, which makes the, actually really surprised by that. It's actually making the view on the camera very bright. It's making it so that you can't really see those lines. So we'll adjust that as needed. As the sun is shining. Rub your hands and touch the sky.
I know. We're lucky to try to get any heat at this point.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
One goes to the right of Brown. Again, with the rebound off the back of the board. Stops the clock with 21 seconds left. Nearing the end of the second period, we'll see if Black can get any more shots off to cut the deficit, or if Red can extend the lead. It misses with a ricocheting shot by Hunter Richard. Now going back the other way for Beswick. With 3 seconds left, the sun's shining right on the ice, and the buzzer sounds as at the end of the second period, it is Red 3, Black 1, as 4 goals in the second period. Red jumped out to a 3-0 lead after a scoreless first, and then Black came back with a goal of their own. I, again, can't tell you who scored on that Black goal. Not exactly sure there, but as we enter the third period of play, they will change sides once again, and it will have another 12 minutes on the board. We'll be right back.
Doubleheader reached first on an error in the first at-bat of Game 2. This one's lined into center field. Slider going over. He dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Ryan Slider makes the catch. Not on a slide, but instead on a dive. 2 away.
It's Red up 3-1 here at the start of the third period here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We've got two more matches here today. Here on this brisk Saturday afternoon, we've got the Beaver Division at 1:15 and the Cadets, the oldest group, playing at 2:30. And by the way, stay tuned for a post-game ceremony where we will decide a player of the game along with, or an MVP and MVG, as in most valuable goalie, and a most valuable defenseman.
Brownie, all right?
So an MVG, MVD, and an MVP will have 3 team awards. Running across the board a couple times there. This one goes back to Red. A couple deflections between Ronan Hayes and Jansen Arrig. Getting some more minutes on the ice here in the second and third periods. This one goes past everybody, and now again deflects back out into the corner. One of the gentlemen just gave us the game balls, which actually reminds me, I'm going to grab one of these because I've never actually felt a ball hockey.
Yeah.
This is, it's like you're playing with a rock.
So these things actually, believe it or not, in the summertime, these things are soft. So I know it may be hard to believe, but they are.
Really?
Pink balls are used in the colder weather. Usually the orange ones you'll see laying around are more of summer weather. They're ping pong balls, as people like to call them, because the ball will get soft in the summertime.
Do you know why that is?
So it's the type of material that they make it with. If you actually, like, if I play with a pink ball in the summertime, that thing sticks to my stick like crazy. You can't stick handle, you can't do anything with the pink balls in the summertime. The weather just, oh man. It is.
Very, very interesting.
It's something, I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, you know, for you, your background is mostly in ice hockey, Vince. You know, you played 4 years at Cherry Hill East in a team that was basically made up of a whole bunch of different high schools merged together, all under one banner of Cherry Hill East.
Yeah.
So, you know, your time in ball hockey was certainly a while back, as that one deflects off of Brown. I think it's going to be interesting, you know, just this. I usually have you just as a producer for these games, not a color commentator, but I do find it interesting, as they stopped the clock with 9:51, I do find it interesting how, you know, your analysis of hockey is a little bit universal, because this is hockey on a smaller scale. The rink is smaller.
Yeah.
The players are smaller. Everything's a little bit smaller. The nets are smaller too. So, especially what I think is interesting about this Penguin division is that, you know, if you look at the cadets, the 13, 14-year-olds that are playing in this division, when they're playing with that kind of net, they have a lot more room to defend. Meanwhile, if you're Brown or Hancock, there's a lot more space that's left open. Now, meanwhile, the accuracy might not be as high in this division as it would be in cadets or even Beavers. But it's just an interesting anecdote to see, you know, the goalies as they get bigger. It makes scoring the goals a lot harder. As that ball got kicked out a little bit by Luca Massimilla. This one goes back out between Mastero and Wyatt Anderson. On the ground again. As it's Massimilla with the ball, a very nice shot that misses to the left. Had the right thing in mind, just couldn't get that one to go. Over into the corner, a battle between Mastero and Massimilla, along with net number 44, Braden Turker.
Yeah.
And there's another goal. Black gets back into it as they score on Carter Hancock, as they have given Kellen Kiernan a break since midway through the second period. And now it's a one-goal game, 3-2. Again, we'll have to figure out who scored on that one.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it was good positioning in the slot. They had the back door open and was able to take care of business.
It's what you got to do in this kind of situation. I mean, really just some great resilience from Team Black, from being down 3-0 to now making this a one-goal game again with 8 minutes left in regulation, a chance to really make this one a thriller. Speaking of goals, another one for Red. That one just scampered in for number 33, Ethan Grennan. And just like they came back, they now have scored another goal on the board. It's now 4-2. It's a goal frenzy.
Yeah, it looked like that one was just a little bouncer, and it just happened to squeeze in. Sometimes plays like that happen. We got a player waving and everything. We got
They're having fun around here, and so are we.
Yeah, Hunter Richard over there trying to wave. They're over there waving.
For Black, that was number 17, Jackson Beswick, who we have mentioned several times tonight. See, they're having fun just like we are. 7:45 left in the third. And Vince, I might make the pick for MVP, but how about that off the post? A second one that hits off the post. One off the right, one off the left. Now it's going back to Carrizo. And the whistle stops there before they can get anything going. So they'll set this one up for another face-off. They're still letting the clock roll. Score that last one. Yeah. Mascara, okay. They're going to be switching out Brown. They only have one goalie listed on the roster.
Looks like they're getting someone right. Sometimes I remember when I was.
Oh, they're gonna. Okay.
They would suit up a player sometimes. I don't know if that's what they're doing.
No, they're bringing out Kellen Kiernan, who was on the red team, and is now going to defend for Black. So this is the state of team loyalty, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
I can't say I've ever seen that before. Just, I guess because Black only had one goalie rostered, they brought Kellen Kiernan back out and said, yeah, you could do it. So now he kind of has to switch affiliations and loyalties again. That ball just deflects right off the front of Kiernan, and it goes. So Kellen Kiernan allows a goal in his second stint for his second team.
Red just said, I don't care. I'll score on you, too.
I'll score on you. I'm going to score on my own goalie, and it's going to count for me. Oh, my goodness. 6-2 as we still have 6:23 left to play in the third. Yeah, so on the red team, they have two goalies rostered. They have Kellen Kiernan, number 27, and they have Carter Hancock, number 10. Now, Hancock is listed, or is right now, both of them are on the ice. They subbed out Warren Brown. Yeah. But because Black only had one goalie rostered, I mean, oh, wow, big hit there. Losing a stick. They call it clean. Goes back out, hits the back of the boards. This one goes to Gavin Finelli. So we are truly seeing the breakdown of all-star hockey here as Kiernan, again, still guarding what is the other net. This one goes over his head. A very, very interesting sequence of events here as we're going to have a slap shot that slices to the left. off the stick of Ackley, who has taken some good shots here. This one goes back out to Braden Turker. Here comes another one from the blue circle. Almost got to Hancock. He dives on it. He falls on it. And the clock stops right there at 5:22.
Yeah, so what exactly have we seen this game so far? Well, we've seen two little blooper goals that Red got afterwards. It looked like Black was starting to come back. They made it a one-goal game, and
They
then,
made it a one-goal game for about like 15 seconds.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then right after Red scored.
Well, the thing is that, you know, with these rosters, I think the way that they're made up is that they try to evenly divide the players on the different teams between the Stars, Red Wings, Knights, Blackhawks, Flyers, and so on. They try to even them out, you know, so that there's not like half of the Stars are on one team and then, you know, the other team only has one Blackhawk or one Flyer. They're trying to make it so that every team is represented equally. And, you know, sometimes in games like this, the unpredictability factor, I had a feeling of who was going to score first was probably going to win the game. Just because of how much momentum can swing things here on the ice. One of the gentlemen out there in black does not have a hoodie, or has a hoodie on, but no jersey number. So now things are really breaking down here in the final 4 minutes. Through the legs with Brown. Gonna have another icing call there.
Oh, man.
Some more shift changes here in the final 4 minutes. 3:57 left in the third.
What power doing? Oh, that's ridiculous.
Good tip there by Beswick. Now a shot goes past Hancock, gets a foot on it, does not dive. Goes around the net and scores. Matthew Ackley cuts the deficit here in the final 3 minutes. And it's now 6-3. So this is kind of looking like the NHL All-Star game with how high scoring it is.
Well, I mean, hey, I'll give it to Black. They're down
They're
by.
staying in it.
I mean, yeah, they're down by a good amount of 4 goals. Not anymore, 3 goals, but they are staying in it. They are still finding ways to crash the net, set up in the offensive zone, and I mean, hey, gotta give it to them.
Even if the end result is not what they wanted, still finding a way to stay on the board and stay in the boards, if you will. Moving over the middle is number 33, Ethan Grennan. Again, bounces off the back net, goes back behind Kiernan. One goes up, knocked down, maybe held on to it for a little too long, right over the red line for Aurig. But that was batted down very quickly.
Oh. Alright. What?
There's another goal.
Oh, there you go.
Scored very quickly. I believe that was Ackley again, who makes it a 6-4 game.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, that's number 9, Matt Ackley, who
Oh,
has now
okay.
scored 2 goals. in
hold on a minute
like
now.
a minute and a
Wait
half.
second. We got 2:29 on the clock right
Ackley's
now.
taken some deep shots here today. I mean, he has had several shots on goal that have been from beyond the red line in the middle. I've been very impressed with him.
Got too many.
Yeah.
They had too many.
Too many men. Too
Yeah,
many men.
too
on
many
the ice?
men on the-
Yeah.
Which usually that's a penalty in some other leagues, but this league, I don't know if they are going
Well,
to.
so the description that we got
Or are they?
before the game started, they're going to do this
Oh, yes, they are. Okay.
in the way that it was described to us
No, he hit somebody standing there.
beforehand. So we're going to have basically penalty shot opportunity.
Huh? No.
So the coach slash referee is kind of making an explanation here. The player in red, which is Jerry Mastero,
All right.
they will, so he'll take a shot. As soon as he touches the ball, everybody else behind him can start running. There he goes. Now it's off to the races, and did he get it?
Yep.
Yes, he did. Jerry Mastero with the goal, his second of the day, and it's now 7-4 as the scoring has upticked so much here in the third period with 2:21 to play. 7-4 as 2 goals in the third for Black. And Red has added on a handful more here in the third after the penalty shot for too many men on the ice. This one's over the middle with 2:15 left in the third. Gemma Davis in representing the Red Wings. Whiffs on it a couple times. Mastero. Here comes another one. Blocked. Great block there by Kiernan.
Touch. Good.
Another chance there, minute 30 now.
Right here. Right now. Run right past it, dude.
Another breakaway, one-on-one. Lets it bounce off of his own foot. Now he falls on it. He doesn't have the ball in his hand. Ball goes out of the back of the net. And the sun comes out again with a minute left. It's only going to be out for like 15 seconds. 50 seconds left. 3-goal deficit.
6 seconds.
Now 35 as Frank Slaughter again with the possession. Knocks this one back off the corner. Red with DiFrancesco again. Again, they're trying to just play the long game here. They're trying to play a game of clock management just to find a way. 15 seconds left. Slap shot misses right. And no good there. 3 seconds now. Chance for one more. Unable to get anything off, and the red team has won the Penguin All-Star game 7-4.
There you go.
Peter first.
So how about it? Great game so far as these guys get ready to go. Okay, yeah.
Congratulate your teammate.
I'm going to pick Hancock for goalie.
Okay.
I don't. Who do you want for defenseman? Usually that goes to Black. So
Yeah.
I was going to do Beswick. He had two good.
Yeah, he's
Or
the one
Ackley,
with good.
Ackley, too.
Yeah, he has good shots.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, I think.
And
I think. I
MVP
agree with
probably
that.
Yeah,
Mastero.
keep telling
Yeah.
him. You
Oh,
keep
yeah.
fighting over
I agree.
who's gotta
Yeah.
be first.
Okay.
Always
I get
wanna be
Deal.
All right. So for most valuable goalie, we're gonna go Hancock.
Where's your stick?
Yeah, defenseman Ackley for black, MVP Mistero red. So yeah, kind of heard the chatter there. The most valuable goalie on our pick is going to go to Carter Hancock, representing the Stars. The most valuable defenseman is going to go to Matthew Ackley. And the most valuable player is going to go to Jerry Mistero, who had 2 goals for Red in a 7-4 win for Red over Black here in the All-Star game. So I believe they want us on the ice for this one. So we're gonna stay on the air, but I'm gonna grab one of the mics, and we'll be on the air.
Line. Oh.
Yeah.
So right now we got Dan Wilkins going out to present the game balls. This game was a good fight between both teams. It really was. Both of them showed up at a very high rate. It was one of those situations where every time Red would get ahead, Black would come back, and every time Black would try to come back, Red would get ahead right again. Of course, during this game, Red got 2 little bouncers as goals, but hey, it's hockey. Things like that are going to happen. Weird goals like that are going to happen. Yes, it's luck, but it's also the game. So both of these guys definitely played a great, solid win. There were some great plays made all around. Great job crashing the net by both teams. There was good passing at times. And yes, these guys are at a young age. They are Penguins. They are at a very, very young age. They have a lot of growing left to do. But I can tell you what, it's going to be definitely something very, very great to watch them grow, to watch them become better hockey players as life goes on. And right now we are going to turn the camera towards Dan Wilkins as he is to present the game balls for the MVP, most valuable goalie, and our top D-man of the game.
Check the mic. Make sure you got me. You got me? Yep. Okay, test 4. Sorry about that, folks. We've got a wireless mic here on the ice. Vince got me? All right, perfect. Perfect. Vince has the headset on over there. For everybody watching at home, final score 7-4 in favor of Red. Everybody on both sides did an excellent job, and we've got 3 awards to give out. Most valuable goalie, most valuable defender, and a most valuable player. First award, most valuable goalie, it's going to go to number 10 on Red. I don't know why I didn't bring the roster with me. Hancock. There you go. There you go, buddy. I got the other 2 names, though. We'll tell you. It's blanked on it real quick. And then for most valuable defender, we are going to go to number 9 for Black, Matt Ackley. And some great shots on offense, too. Good job, buddy. And then, finally, for the winning team, 7-4 for Red. Most valuable player is going to go to number 51, Jerry Mistero. With 2 goals and an assist. Congratulations, Jerry.
Good.
Yes. Vince, that'll be all for us. Thank you for controlling the camera. And we will be on for the second broadcast in 15 minutes in the Beaver Division at 1:15. Thank you.
So there you have it. The rewards were given out, especially, again, great job. We'll be here for the next 2 games of the this All-Star weekend here at the Bellmawr Hockey Rink. So we got 2 more games coming up, so stay tuned. Of course, they will be on their separate links for YouTube, I'm pretty sure. So make sure to stay tuned for that. It will, of course, be me and Dan Wilkins for the final 2 games of the day. And again, congratulations to the Red team on their 7-4 victory. But we are going to be getting ready for coming attractions next. At 1:15 will be the game start time. And we'll have coverage here on Dale Wilkins Broadcasting. Again, at 1:15. We'll be back shortly after these short messages.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.